functions. Already we have studied the function in other programming language, whatever C, C++, Java, whatever the language you have studied. Function is nothing, it's a block of codes, right? So similarly here also in JavaScript, your functions in JavaScript are reusable. That means you can use the code anywhere, right? Reusable block of code designed to perform a specific task, right? Obviously function is for the performing any specific task, right? Whatever you want to perform. And this will allow you to organize. That means you can organize your structure of the program. You can, if it is complex program, big program, you can split into sub block, right? That is called as function, right? Then you will reuse. So if you have any function, any code, you can reuse anywhere. Then you can modularize the code. That means you can modify the code as per your requirement. It can take input, right, from the user. It perform whatever the action based on what you are going to write for the code, and accordingly it will give the result. So return output. So generally that is the function. So we will, if it is complex program, then we'll split complex program into a smaller part, right? And that smaller part is nothing, it's a block, and that block is nothing called as function. So with help of function, my program will become easier and you can use anywhere. How we used to declare function in other programming language, like you defined data type, function name, argument, and the statement. But here slight little different. The concept is same. You can see here how you are going to declare the function. So whenever you want to define any function in JavaScript, you are going to use the keyword called function. Function is a keyword you are going to use. Function name can be anything, whatever you want, right? And then similarly the function symbol, that opening and closing bracket and the flower braces, in that whatever the statement you want to print, you can define it. That is there into the function declaration. If you want that function to be defined in the form of expression, right, that also we can do that. That is called as function expression. How you can do that? You have to define any type. That means, because when you are going to calculate something, some constant value will get the result, right? So I have to define a variable, right? So variable, what type it is there? Generally, when you want to create the variable, we used to create with let, var, const, whatever. So what I am using here, I am using the const keyword. Variable name is equal to, what is the function symbol? The function symbol is, syntax is function. So when you want to define function in the function as a function expression, then you are going to write function. What is the parameter? A and B. Directly you write in the bracket. That is the function like passing argument. So directly it is there, A and B. So when you write like this, what happens? Every function will have here return statement. Whatever you are going to write, it will be having a return statement. You must use return. So I have used A and B. What is this? So I have given the name add. It is not mandatory that add is my user defined variable. You can write multiply and you can perform addition also. So it's totally up to, but it is a syntax. It's an example where how you are going to declare your function as expression. So I'm declaring a function expression that return A plus B. So here only this addition will be performed. Now in JavaScript we have something different new that is called as arrow function. You can define the function with an arrow symbol also. How you can do that? The same way you can see this example. It is the type, that is nothing, const I am using. Any variable name, okay, multiply I am using, is equal to, what I am writing here? I am writing in the bracket A comma B, right? directly. I'm not using the function keyboard, but the moment you use parenthesis, it means that this is the function. But what is the role of that function? What it has to perform? What action it has to be done? So that I am performing with of arrow. Right? That means arrow, how you are going to write, right? Is equal to and greater than symbol. Right? So you will write that one. What is the use of that? I am doing multiplication, then I will write is equal to A multiply B. So that is my function is done. So this how you are going to write function in JavaScript. Next, if you want to call, that is just a declaration part. Now I have to, whenever you know very well when you want to use any function, so first you are going to define the function, then function call will be there, right? Without function call, result will not come. How you are going to perform? So you can see here, I am using here is called as callback function. Okay, so callback is a function here, right? I am using callback function. What I am doing, so I have to create one function. I am creating function. Function name is num, and in that I am passing the argument as a n and callback. So every function will be having return a statement. So I am using return a statement, callback of n. Now function declaration is, function definition is done. Now I have to define what I want to do with this. So what I am doing, I am defining that in double, I am going to define a function with help of arrow operator. So function definition is done. Now function declaration, I am going to with the arrow operator, arrow function, sorry, not arrow operator, arrow function. So I am creating const, any variable type, okay, is equal to, so in arrow function, I have to give whatever the parameter I am going to use, that into the parenthesis I am giving that. What it is going to do that, either addition, multiplication, subtraction, whatever there. So I am writing with the arrow is n into 2. So this function definition has been done, function definition declaration has done. Now I have to print the result. How you will see the result? To see the result, function call should be there. So where you will call? You will call obviously in log, right? So console.log, what is the function I am using? I have function as a, this is my function name, right? So I am using num, I have given n as a value, I have number, so n number I am passing parameter as a 5, and this double, what is the, it has to be performed, I am passing here. So function directly I am passing here, this will perform. So the moment you perform, what is the result? What will the result? Result will be nothing, 5 into 2, 10. Very simple. Next, there is something called as asynchronous function, right? Sorry, anonymous function. You can see that in anonymous function, we have only, I have not defined any parameter, I have not defined any function name, I am just defining set timeout function, right? And I am just printing that anonymous function executed, and I have given some timer, right? So hope you remember, you know very well when you use any internet banking, right? When you logged in on internet banking, right? Or any government website, you will see that after 10 minutes, automatically it will give an alert saying that your timeout, it will be timeout if you don't proceed that. If you don't click on proceed, it will be exit automatically. So what happened? That is going to be called anonymously. We are not going to call, automatically set, the timer is set here. How much millisecond? Automatically it will set and it will be timeout. So this function automatically you will implement in the web browser, in the code, right? So automatically your, it is called a session, it has to be logged out automatically if you don't visible on the screen for the 10 minute, 5 minute, whatever the duration you assign. You can use function as a like nesting of function. Also that means one function is available inside another function, right? That's what we have done here. Function, again another function, outer function, inner function, and just you define and print it. So this how you can execute your function. So whatever you have performed, so this is how you are going to perform any function. This is the example here. Let's try this example. For this, we have to use, obviously, Visual Studio, right?